Hello students, this is my third lecture on chapter 3, that is on entrepreneurship development. In today's lecture, I will be teaching you the meaning of entrepreneurship development as well as characteristics of entrepreneurship. So first, meaning of entrepreneurship. What is entrepreneurship? See, in the last lecture we have already studied about who is an entrepreneur, like what are the qualities, characteristics and functions of an entrepreneur. So entrepreneur is a person who starts his business on his own, and entrepreneurship is a purposeful activity of an individual or a group of associated individual undertaken to initiate, maintain and aggrandize profit by production and distribution of economic goods and services. So entrepreneurship is called as a purposeful activity. That means when an entrepreneur, when a person, when an individual or an organization of individual, an association of individuals come together and do some purposeful activity so as to satisfy the demand of the customers, so as to maintain and maximize the profit. How they will do this? By doing production and distribution of economic goods and services. Now what is this economic goods and services? Means the goods and services which are satisfying the human wants or the consumer wants. So in simple words, we can say that entrepreneurship is an activity which is performed by the entrepreneurs so as to maximize profit by producing and distributing the goods and services which are required by the customers in market. Now moving to the characteristics of entrepreneurship. Now characteristics means the nature of entrepreneurship. How should an entrepreneurship should be? Entrepreneurship is a process of setting up a new business organization. It is the process where one decides to build a business career by finding the market options and mobilizing the available resources. Now, entrepreneurship is a process of setting up new business organization. Whenever a person, an entrepreneur, decides that he has to set up a new business and work for it, then it is called as entrepreneurship. And in this process, one person, that is entrepreneur, decides to develop a business career, right? Business careers means what? Previously only I told you, entrepreneur means risk taker. So business career is deciding to adopt the business career, and how he can do by finding the market options. Means what are the options, what are the opportunities that are available in the market for him, what he can do so as to sustain in market and mobilize the available resources. Opportunities are there, but whether there are resources or not, by with the help of which he can do the production and distribution of goods and services. So he decides his business career by finding all those things, that what are the opportunities and what are the available resources. By finding this, he can make a decision like in what business he has to proceed. Okay. So there are the following are the characteristics of entrepreneurship. Now see the first characteristic: innovation. Entrepreneurship is an innovation. The introduction of new combination of various factors of production in innovation is innovation. A new product arrives in the market, uses new production technology, discovers new source of supply of raw materials, and opens a new market for the specific product. In view of changing taste of consumers from time to time, entrepreneurship focus on the research and development to produce goods to satisfy the customers. So already we have learned that entrepreneurs should be innovative, right? So as to sustain and market, they have to come up with the new ideas of goods or services which they are providing. If it is not there, then if if you go to market, you can see number of soaps available, number of shampoos available, number of means a single kind of product, you can see a large number of varieties available. Why it is there? Because the every entrepreneur who is producing that product is doing something innovative in his product so as to satisfy the customer want. So first characteristics of entrepreneurship is it should be innovative. Now the entrepreneur should use the new combination of various factors of production. We have already learned what are the factors of production: land, labor, and resources, right? So all these factors are the factors of production. So he should use the new, he should try to change this combination so as to produce the goods which are required by the customers. Then whenever a new product arrives in the market, that means some new production technology is used, right? They must have, the entrepreneurship has must been used a new source of supply of raw materials, and it open a new market for a specific product. So to satisfy the changing taste of customer from time to time, why we have to satisfy customers? Why? Because customer is the king of the market. If there is no one in the market to purchase your product, how will you earn profit? So the very first thing about the business is that you have to satisfy the customer. For satisfying the customer, again it has to be taken into consideration that customer taste changes from time to time. So how to know this taste and preferences of customer? For that purpose, entrepreneurship should always conduct some research, the research and development programs, do surveys to find out what is the thing that the product is lacking, what customer is demanding from that product, okay, what are the changes that customer want in the product, and after doing that research they can lead to the new production technology, right? So it means what, entrepreneurship has to be innovative. जैसा है वैसा चलता रहेगा तो आप ज़्यादा दिन मार्केट में नहीं टिक पाओगे. So to sustain in market, you have to be innovative, right? This is the meaning of this. Second one, economic activity. An entrepreneur produces a new product for the customers as per their needs. He feels the need of this to satisfy human wants as well as in exchange earn a better livelihood. It is systematically planned activity as per the skills and knowledge of entrepreneur. Hence, entrepreneurship is an economic activity. Now, what is economic activity? Economic activity means what? Exchange of goods and services so as to earn money. Right? Here, the livelihood means the money, the profit which they will get after satisfying the customer. Otherwise, it would be barter system. You are giving some commodity to the customer. Customer may pay it by way of some commodity. So it is not economic activity. Economic activity comes into consideration when you are getting back money from the price of the good which you have produced, right? So entrepreneurship is an economic activity, and entrepreneurs should always try to produce new products as per the customer's needs. And why he feels that the customer needs is to be satisfied, because if it is not satisfied, they are not going to they are not going to purchase your product. So your product will not be able to sustain in the market. So what will be the ultimate result? You are not going to earn money, your livelihood, right? So entrepreneur should have a systematic planned activity, and for that purpose the entrepreneurship should have proper skills and knowledge. Okay, so entrepreneurship is an economic activity. Moving to the third point, organization building. It is an activity where various factors of production have to be organized. Place utility, time utility, form utility has to be considered to collect them under one roof for new production. So it is an activity, means entrepreneurship is an activity where you need the organization building. We have already learned in the last chapter the functions of organization, right? What is organization? To make the structure of the people, human resources, and other functions, so that to complete the work in time, right? So various factors of production has to be organized by the entrepreneur. Which are those factors of production? Land means the place where you will produce the products. Then labor, human resources, which are the human resources and other resources like physical resources, material, machinery, cash, the finance which is required for this. So entrepreneur has to main, arrange for all these factors of production. So he has to organize these things. Now again, what they have told us, place utility, time utility and form utility have to be considered under one roof for the new production. That means what, in economics we have already learned what utility and what are the types of utility. Utility means what? Satisfying human wants. Whenever a product has the power to satisfy the human wants, it is called utility, right? So there are different types of utility, like place utility. Place utility means what? To make that goods and products available at the place where it is required by the customer. The customer should find that place convenient so as to collect the products and goods and services from that place, right? Then what is time utility? Then making the product and goods available at the time when it is required, right? Now the customer wants it at that particular time, but if he is not getting that product in that place or at that time, he will not be able to consume that product. So with the place, time is also important, to be at right place at right time. Then form utility. Now what is form utility? Form utility means that product should be satisfied with those product. Consumer should be satisfied with those products. If consumer is not satisfying with that form, right? What consumer needs, how to satisfy them, what are their demands, what are their needs, this is to be taken into consideration. So for organizing the or building this structure, entrepreneur should always consider all those utilities, as well as should make available all factors of production under one roof. If he is able to do this, then only he can produce the products. Okay, next one. Creative activity. Innovation should have a strong support of creativity. Introducing creativity in producing something new is a big challenge for the entrepreneur. Thus, creativity is essential part of entrepreneurship. So, innovation, the first characteristics which we learn, actually that is the base, that is the support for creativity. If you are innovative, then it can be told that you are creative. And if you are innovative means if you are trying to do new things, if you are making experiments, if you are finding out your lacking behinds and then trying to do something new, then it can be said that you are creative. If a person is not creative, he cannot sustain in market. So for introducing creativity at equal intervals of time in market, this is the most biggest challenge for the entrepreneur. So now this doesn't mean that you have to just compare your competitors product in the market, but also your existing products. You have to make creativity, you have to make changes in your existing products also as per the customer's demand. So creativity becomes a very essential part of entrepreneurship, right? So not only with the competitors, in comparison to competitors, but also the existing products of your own organization, you have to make changes in them, you have to upgrade them. So this means that entrepreneurship is a creative activity. You cannot stop somewhere ki, fine, this is fine, we are working good, and now let's stop it and don't take any pains for doing creativity. At every point of time, you have to think other plans and solutions, upgrade your products, then only you can sustain in the market. Next one, fifth one, that is managerial skill and leadership. A person who wants to be a successful entrepreneur should have more passion of doing something new than just earning profit. Leadership and managerial skill are most important facets of entrepreneurship. Other skills can be considered secondary. An entrepreneur must have the ability to lead and manage. The last two topics of our OC, that is principles of management as well as functions of management, it is already we have learned in these two topics. what is written in this point, that a manager is a person who manages the human force in the organization and to manage them properly, right? To, if we want that person to be said as successful entrepreneur, so then that person should be more passionate about his work. The only aim is not to earn the profit, right? If profit is there, fine, he is satisfied, he will stop there. But again, one day the customers' demand are going to change, because we already know that business environment is dynamic. It changes from time to time, right? The customers are changing, the customers' preferences and needs are changing from time to time. So to become a successful entrepreneur, first of all, the entrepreneur should have passion about his work. He should try to do research work. He should try to develop the new technologies, new ways of production, new ways of distribution, new changes in his product, so as to become successful. And only profit earning should not be aim. It should be the enhancement of the organization. Then this can be done only with the leadership and managerial skills, right? These two are the most important things of entrepreneurship. Other skills you can consider the secondary. Now leadership means that all people should listen to you. You should be able to lead your subordinates, right? And manager skills means to manage the things properly, right? To understand your subordinates difficulties, to manage them, to find out uh, what are the problems that are faced by your employees, what are the problems that is faced by your organization, and building that gap between them and helping the employees to do the work. So these two qualities are very much important for any manager. An entrepreneur should have this ability to lead and manage. If he is not able to do this, then he cannot sustain in the market. Coming to the next point, that is skillful management. So, skillful management means what? The success of any entrepreneurship depends on the management of the organization. With professional management and skilled management managers, entrepreneurship becomes successful activity. So, we can say that the success of any entrepreneurship, it depends upon the management of the organization. We have learned this, right? And then management of the organization means what? There are various principles which are guiding the management of organization. There are various functions in the management of the organization. So if a entrepreneurship wants to be success, he has to take consideration all these principles, or as well as all these functions of entrepreneurship, of management. Now, with professional management and skilled managers, entrepreneurship becomes successful activity. Now, it is also true that a single entrepreneur cannot hold the whole workforce or every activity of the organization. For this, he has to appoint some managers. But while appointing those managers, he should be able to understand that he has to appoint some professional and skilled person for this job. If your managers are not skilled enough, are not professional enough to manage the workforce, then the work cannot be done as per plan. So to get the actual outcome from your workforce, there should be some good managers in your organization which can lead them, right? And which are very skillful. So this is again a very important part on the entrepreneur, that he should have some professional management and skillful managers in his enterprise, so that the every activity or every function of management can be planned and the outcomes can be achieved. And what are the outcomes? That is the organizational goals of enterprises, again which directs towards the maximization of profit, right? The main aim of the profit is to earn business. So for that purpose, the main thing is that the organization, the entrepreneurship should have skillful management. If they are not having skill, they cannot give you the proper output. Okay, next one, risk bearing. Now, uncertainty is defined as a risk which cannot be insured against and is incalculable. Entrepreneur is an agent who buys factors of production at certain prices in order to combine them into product to sell them at uncertain prices in future. Thus, they too are risk-bearing agents in production. So, as we have already learned in the characteristics of entrepreneur, that risk-bearing is one of the important characteristic of entrepreneur. Now, what do you mean by risk-bearing? So, जिसको हम बोलते हैं खतरा उठा सकते हैं, राइट? So this is risk bearing. It is not smooth going function everywhere in any business. The entrepreneur has to take risk, right? Now the other example is given here. The uncertainty is defined as risk, means which is not uncertainty, means which is not certain, which you cannot predict. That is again the risk, and you cannot insure this risk against any of these things, and you cannot even calculate it. How what will be in future. Whatever the cost of production today you are doing for producing the goods, whether it will be available to you in the future or not, that you cannot risk. Simple example we can take of this COVID-19. Whoever are the manufacturers in the month of January, February who are producing their products, they must not have think that in March or April there are some products which must have been spoiled during this period because they are not available in the market. There are some products that it is there, it is already there, they have been produced, it is there in the warehouse, but they cannot take out because of the nationwide lockdown. So again, this is uncertain, this is the risk where they are, which they are bearing, right? So entrepreneur is an agent who buys the factor of production. He now in January and February they must have buy the they are not knowing about that the COVID-19 will affect the India at the at this glance कि there will be lockdown. So उन्होंने तो नॉर्मल प्रोडक्शन की तरह जनवरी फरवरी में अपना जैसे चलता है एज प्लानिंग दे हैव प्रोड्यूस्ड, बट अगेन नाउ एवरीथिंग इज क्लोज्ड, सो दे कैन नॉट sell their products. So this is something uncertain, this is something called as risk, right? So they have produced it. This means that only that entrepreneurship is an agent who buys factors of production at certain price. They must have got at the same price there, right? In order to combine them into product, and they have produced the product also to sell them at uncertain price in failure. This is a simple example which I have given you about COVID-19. There can be various examples if any natural calamities come, or if there is any uncertainty which happens in the market in the next the time of selling. See, the time of production and time of selling, there is a gap between that. You are producing the goods, you are stocking the goods, but when it comes to the sale, that time is different. It is not like that today I have produced one TV and I will go and sell it today only, right? So the cost of production which I have put in that production of that product, but it may happen that I may not receive the same amount, even I may not be able to recover that cost of production also in future. So this is the uncertainty. ये खतरा एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप हमेशा अपने सर पे लेता है कि मैं कर रहा हूँ ये काम, लेकिन आगे जाके इसका मुझे रिजल्ट क्या मिलेगा वो मुझे पता नहीं है. सो दिस इज़ नथिंग बट रिस्क है, राइट? तो ये जो चीज़ है ये एंटरप्रेन्योर को अपने अंदर रखना ही पड़ता है. मतलब वो ही हैज़ टू बी रिस्क बियरिंग. he has to accept that he has to accept some risk. If he is not taking the risk, he cannot do business only, because the business is ultimately said as risk, right? So an entrepreneur should have risk bearing agents in production. This is the meaning of that. Now the next point is gap filling function. The most significant feature of entrepreneurship is gap filling. It is the entrepreneur's job to fill the gap or make up the deficiencies which always exist in the knowledge about production function. So the most important significant feature of entrepreneurship is gap filling. It is the job of entrepreneur to fill the gap or make up the deficiencies which always exist in the knowledge about the production function. Now already I told you about the gap filling. Gap filling means what? From one point to other point. right? What is the difference between that? It's called as gap. And to find out if what has been left over, what has been left at that point, and to overcome that, that is called as gap filling. And it is one of the significant feature of entrepreneurship. So the work of entrepreneur, as we already know, the person who is entrepreneur, the work which is done by him is entrepreneurship. So entrepreneur has to take all the pains for this. Whatever we are talking about entrepreneurship, that means we are ultimately talking about the entrepreneur. So entrepreneur has to fill the gap. No one else is going to come and fill this gap by finding the deficiency. What are the deficiencies? What are those things which are lagged behind or which are been ignored while doing that work? He has to find out those gap which is already existing in knowledge about production function. He should regularly evaluate his production function. He should find out the different things which are available in the market for the improving his production technology, and then he should collect the knowledge about this, and then he should try to fill that gap. What is this gap? These gaps are the deficiencies. By he can understand by what means he has been not able to achieve the outcome as per plan. So what was those things which he was not able to achieve, and why it was not able to achieve? He should find out those, and then he should try to fill that gap. He should वर्क ऑन इट. इट इज़ नॉट कि ठीक है पता चल गया क्या कमी थी लेकिन छोड़ दो, ऐसा नहीं है. ही हैज़ टू वर्क फॉर दोज गैप फिलिंग. ही शुड ऑलवेज ट्राई टू achieve success in the market. So this is again one of the important feature of entrepreneurship. So today we have learned about these characteristics of entrepreneurship. So just take a note of the assignments till now, because if actually I thought of giving the assignment at the end of the chapter, but then again it will be difficult for you to write it down. So just write down the question. Even I will post on the WhatsApp group also. So first question will be your definition of entrepreneurship. Entrepreneur. First question will be definition of entrepreneur. Then next will be characteristics of entrepreneur. Then next will be qualities of a successful entrepreneur. Then functions of an entrepreneur, and explain the meaning of entrepreneurship development and characteristics of entrepreneurship. Okay, I'm going to WhatsApp it on the WhatsApp group also, but you can understand whatever topics we have covered in the last 3 lectures, we have to write on all those topics. I've already told you I'm taking the long answers on the main heading of the what I've taught, because it will always cover your justify, small answers, answer in one sentence, right? All this will be covered in this. So the long answers, and when you are learning that, everything is covered under those heading. Okay, so today I'm going to stop the lecture here. So for tomorrow I'll be starting with the process of entrepreneurship development. Thank you.